Kennedy curse, true crime and paranormal tales of family tragedy. Picture a family synonymous with power, wealth, and charisma dynasty that shaped American history, from the White House to the halls of Congress. Now imagine that same family stalked by an unrelenting shadow, a string of deaths, accidents, and scandals so relentless it feels like fate itself is conspiring against them. This is the Kennedy curse, a historical enigma that has gripped the world for decades, blending true crime, family tragedy, and whispers of the paranormal. Was it mere coincidence, a cosmic vendetta, or something darker lurking behind the Kennedy legacy? Welcome to a chilling dive into one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries, a saga perfect for fans of Unsolved Mysteries and BuzzFeed Unsolved. Settle in because we're unraveling the Kennedy curse, a story of triumph and torment that will pull you into a world where success comes at a deadly price. Let's explore this spiritual mystery and uncover the truth behind a family's unending sorrow. This isn't just a tale of loss, it's a puzzle that defies logic, a historical enigma that weaves together ambition, heartbreak, and the eerie sense that something unseen is at play. For every Kennedy triumph, a tragedy follows, leaving us to wonder if this family was cursed by fate, vengeance, or the supernatural. As we delve into this unsolved mystery, I'll guide you through a century of disasters, from assassinations to plane crashes, and the theories that keep the Kennedy curse alive in our collective imagination. So brace yourself for a journey into the shadows of power, where the Kennedy family's story stands as a testament to the mysteries that haunt even the mightiest. The Kennedy family, often called America's royalty, rose from Irish immigrant roots to become a political powerhouse. Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., a shrewd businessman and ambassador, built a fortune in the early 20th century, setting the stage for his children's ascent, per the Kennedy Men, 2001. His 9 children, including President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Senator Ted Kennedy, embodied charisma and ambition, dominating American politics in the 1960s. But alongside their triumphs, a relentless series of tragedies struck, earning the label Kennedy curse by the 1970s, per Time magazine, 1969. From assassinations to freak accidents, the family's losses, spanning over a century, have fueled speculation of a spiritual mystery, gripping true crime fans with its eerie, fatalistic allure. The curse's origins trace to the 1940s. In 1941, Rosemary Kennedy, the third child, underwent a lobotomy at age 23 for mental health issues, ordered by Joseph Sr. The procedure, meant to calm her, left her permanently incapacitated, confined to institutions until her death in 2005 per Rosemary, the hidden Kennedy daughter, 2015. In 1944, Joseph P. Kennedy Jr., the eldest son and heir apparent, died at 29 when his experimental plane exploded during a secret World War II mission, per the New York Times, 1944. 4 years later, in 1948, Kathleen Kick Kennedy, the fourth child, perished at 28 in a plane crash in France, her private plane downed in a storm, per The Guardian, 1948. These early losses, detailed on the History Channel, 2017, set a grim pattern, hooking 18 to 35-year-olds who love BuzzFeed Unsolved's blend of tragedy and intrigue. The 1960s brought the curse into global focus. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy, at 46, was assassinated in Dallas, shot by Lee Harvey Oswald, or so the official report claims, per Warren Commission Report, 1964. Conspiracy theories, from CIA plots to mafia hits, swirl to this day, per JFK Assassination Files, 2017, fueling Reddit's r/conspiracy debates. Just 2 days earlier, JFK's newborn son, Patrick, died of respiratory failure, per the Boston Globe, 1963. In 1968, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, at 42, was gunned down in Los Angeles after a presidential campaign speech, killed by Sirhan Sirhan, per Los Angeles Times, 1968. These high-profile deaths, covered on 60 Minutes, 1970, cemented the Kennedy curse as a historical enigma, a true crime saga with no clear villain. The tragedies didn't stop. In 1969, Ted Kennedy, the youngest brother, drove off a bridge on Chappaquiddick Island, killing passenger Mary Jo Kopech, 28, in a scandal that derailed his presidential hopes, per Newsweek, 1969. In 1984, David Kennedy, Robert's son, died at 28 of a drug overdose in Florida, per People magazine, 1984. In 1997, Michael Kennedy, another of Robert's sons, died at 39 in a skiing accident in Aspen, crashing into a tree, per the Denver Post, 1997. Most hauntingly, in 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr., JFK's son and America's golden boy, died at 38 when his plane crashed into the Atlantic off Martha's Vineyard, killing his wife, Carolyn, and sister-in-law, Lauren, per National Transportation Safety Board, 2000. These losses, featured on Dateline NBC 2000, grip true crime fans with their relentless pace. A family tragedy that feels almost supernatural. What caused the Kennedy curse? Theories range from coincidence to cosmic retribution. The statistical angle, explored in a 2003 Skeptical Inquirer article, suggests a large, risk-taking family naturally faces higher odds of tragedy. The Kennedys' wealth and fame amplified their exposure to danger. Politics, aviation, and high-profile lives invite risk, per The Atlantic, 1999. Yet the sheer volume over 20 major incidents, from Rosemary's lobotomy to Saoirse Kennedy Hill's 2019 overdose at 22, per CNN 2019, defies chance for many. A 2020 Forbes analysis estimated the odds of such concentrated tragedy at 1 in 100,000, fueling speculation of a deeper force. The paranormal theory points to a spiritual mystery. Some tie the curse to Joseph Sr.'s alleged shady dealings bootlegging during Prohibition and anti-Semitic ties, per the Kennedy Curse, 2003. A 2016 Paranormal Review article suggests a karmic debt, perhaps from the family's ambition or a wronged spirit. Irish folklore, rooted in the Kennedys' heritage, speaks of banshee curses haunting prominent clans, per Irish Central, 2018. A 2021 X-post on r/paranormal claimed a Kennedy relative saw a shadow figure before David's death, adding eerie fuel. These tales, shared on the confessionals, thrill sci-fi fans with their Stranger Things-like mystique. Conspiracy theories abound, blending true crime and political intrigue. JFK's and RFK's assassinations spark suspicions of government or mob involvement, per JFK. The Second Plot, 1992. The CIA, angered by JFK's Bay of Pigs fallout, or the Mafia, stung by RFK's crackdowns, had motives, per American History Journal, 2015. Chappaquiddick, some claim, was a setup to ruin Ted, per Conspiracy Nation, 2000. These ideas, debated on r/true crime, hook listeners craving a House of Cards-style plot. Yet no concrete evidence beyond declassified files hinting at CIA surveillance, per National Archives, 2017, confirms a coordinated curse. The family's own choices play a role. The Kennedys' penchant for high-risk activities, flying small planes, skiing dangerous slopes, courts disaster, per Vanity Fair, 1999. Substance abuse plagued the younger generation, with David and Saoirse's overdoses linked to addiction, per the New York Times, 2019. Ted's alcoholism and JFK Jr.'s inexperience as a pilot, flying in fog, contributed, per NTSB Report, 2000. A 2010 Psychology Today study calls it a self-fulfilling prophecy. Publicity of the curse pushed Kennedys to reckless behavior, fearing fate. This angle, discussed on My Favorite Murder 2020, resonates with fans seeking human motives behind the mystery. Why no resolution? The Kennedy curse lacks a single cause. No poison, no killer, just a pattern. Autopsies like JFK's showing a second shooter's angle, per JAMA 1992, or JFK Jr.'s, confirming pilot error, offer partial answers, but the breadth assassinations, crashes, overdoses defies one explanation, per the Washington Post, 2020. The family's secrecy with sealed medical records and private settlements, per Boston Herald, 2005, obscures truth. Modern Kennedys like RFK Jr. dismissed the curse as media hype, per Politico, 2023, yet tragedies persist with Maeve Kennedy McKean's 2020 canoeing death, per CNN 2020, adding to the toll. For our /Unresolved Mysteries fans, it's a true crime saga with no end, a historical enigma that feels alive. The Kennedy curse's legacy is profound. It's a cultural phenomenon, inspiring books like The Kennedy Curse, 2003, and Netflix's 2020 American Dynasty series, viewed by 5 million, per Variety, 2020. The term Kennedy curse garners 300,000 annual Google searches, per Google Trends, 2025. Hyannisport, the family's Massachusetts compound, draws tourists, per Cape Cod Times, 2023. This unsolved mystery, blending family tragedy and paranormal whispers, captivates young listeners binging lore or scrolling X. It's a saga where fate itself seems the culprit, a spiritual mystery that lingers like a ghost. What is the Kennedy curse? Likely a mix of chance, risk, and the weight of fame, tinged with the eerie sense of something more. No single threat, conspiracy, curse, or recklessness explains it all. This historical enigma, rooted in real losses since 1941, challenges our grasp of destiny. Is it coincidence, karma, or a shadow over Camelot? The Kennedy curse stands as an unsolved mystery, a family tragedy that echoes through time. So, what do you make of the Kennedy curse? Is it a cruel twist of fate, a paranormal vendetta, or just the price of a family living too boldly? Have you heard a detail about this historical enigma that shifts the story, or felt the chill of another family tragedy? This unsolved tale of the Kennedy family reminds us that some mysteries are woven into the fabric of history, a true crime saga etched in blood and whispers. I want to hear your theories. Drop them in the comments. What's behind the Kennedy curse? Do you lean toward coincidence, conspiracy, or the supernatural? Share your own eerie stories or insights. If you're hooked on unsolved mysteries, historical enigmas, and true crime like I am, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got more chilling tales coming, stories of hauntings, betrayals, and puzzles that will keep you up at night. If you enjoyed this dive into the Kennedy curse, give it a like and share it with a friend who loves a good spiritual mystery. Until next time, keep your eyes on the shadows and your heart cautious, because in the world of the Kennedys, tragedy is never far behind. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the unknown.